Hey, what's up everybody, Nexel here. Today we are opening up a case of Lorcana's new set, Shimmering Skies. Now I say it's a case because when I got to the shop, they already opened up all the boxes and stuff, so there weren't any real sealed cases left, unlike the Ursula's Return opening that I did. But the way that they stacked the boxes, I guess the person vouches that these four should have been within the same case, so I'm not really sure how to take that. So I say it's a case, but realistically it's just four loose boxes. Now, in terms of what I expect from this and why I chose to buy 4 boxes, so first things first is the cost. So I waited basically 1 to 2 weeks after the set already released in order to buy my boxes. I was able to get each one of these boxes for about $110, $115 a piece versus the regular MSRP, which I think is $140. So that's step number 1. Step number 2, the reason that I got basically a case worth is because of the ratios. Now, from my Ursula's Return video, I don't know if anyone watched that all the way through. I think I only ended up with 3 of one of the commons, 3 or 4 of one of the commons. It was the Mickey with the flag. So basically me opening up 4 boxes is just my way of getting the ratios that I like until I want to start buying into singles, because I really don't want to spend any loose change in order to fill out my uncommons, my common set. So generally opening up a case worth of cards should net you about 2 playsets of the commons, at least 1.5 playsets of the uncommons, if not like 4 plus 1, and then a playset of some of the rares, not all of them. You're looking at about 2 to 4 copies, varying here and there, and then anywhere between 2 to 4 copies of the super rares, which can be very important because we do need the Daisy Duck from the set. In terms of legendaries, it's honestly like such a weird spread because sometimes you get a foil, sometimes you don't, but basically you're looking at about 3 to 4 legendaries per box. So those are the ratios I like until I start wanting to buy singles, and then hopefully along the way I'm able to hit an Enchanted. Now, one thing I will preface first is that by buying the 4 boxes, actually the shop owner was very, very nice. It looks like they might have been trying to condense their inventory or something like that. They gave me a trove for free, which was very, very cool. Now, the reason I'm showing this first is because we are about to open up 4 boxes, and I opened up 1 trove, and it was a completely cracked trove. So in terms of things that I got from the trove, I got a Daisy Duck, a $20 super rare. Now, I don't think this is worth $20. I think it's a really good aggressive card, but down the line, it's not going to be impossible to answer. Yes, getting 4 lore is nice, but as we saw from the most recent DLC, I think it was in Europe, aggression is nice in terms of like early aggression, in terms of like gaining lore and stuff like that, but if you can't close out the game, then you can't close out the game. So I think this card is good. I think it only works with one strategy though, so that's what I think about this card, but 20 bucks is 20 bucks. I also got one of these, the Prince Naveen's, which is very essential, in my opinion, for Steel Song. Being able to basically be an on-play Sing plus Singer 6 is really good for something that you're able to get out on turn 4, so you can play this, play like a Grab Your Swords or a Whole New World, something like that, and then the following turn you can also sing another 5-cost song as well as just play another 5-cost song, because you should still have your 5 ink available. So I think this is a very, very strong card. So I also got that. I also got a foil Clarabelle, which is crazy. So even alone, like these 2 cards alone are the cost of the trove right there that I was able to get for free, and then that just adds on to it even more because this is a really good card that's spiking in price right now, especially the cold foil version of the card. And then if not to just make it the most incredibly cracked trove I've ever opened in my entire life, Enchanted. Not just any Enchanted though, the Wreck-It Ralph Enchanted location, and I really like this card. I know it's not very expensive, but I don't really care because Wreck-It Ralph was one of my favorite Disney movies of all time, especially since I am a gamer. So this was all from 1 trove. Now, what I'm looking to see is if any of these boxes can be as cracked as that trove was. So without any further ado, let's go ahead, let's start opening up our boxes. I'm gonna slide these over to the side here, and let's get going. So box number 1, so the standard ratios that you normally get from a box are going to be like 3 legendaries, and then honestly just a mixed assortment of like super rares and rares. It feels like the ratio of super rares and rares is actually pretty even, to be honest, so I'm not really sure how to interpret that, but here we go, our first actual booster box of Shimmering Skies. Now let's go ahead, put these packs off to the side here. And again, I'm going to try and keep everything as neat and as organized as possible. So we are going to start opening from the top and then moving our way down. Now, I'm really excited for this set because this is where they really introduce a lot of the Wreck-It Ralph stuff. And Wreck-It Ralph, again, is one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. So, really, really excited for this set. If we could hit the Vanellope Enchanted, that's going to be crazy. All right, so we start off with a Ratigan, Raging Rat, Vanellope Von Schweetz, Anna, Obscurosphere. These are really interesting, the spheres for this set. We have the Shield of Arendelle, the Medal of Heroes, All Funned Out, Emerald Chromacon, Ruby Chromacon. We should actually open these from the bottom. We got a rare in Coda. And then actually, let me make sure I sort this correctly. There we go. Commons, uncommons, and then we should do our rares separately. So we have Coda, and then on that we have a Shenzi. And then we have a Break Free. So nothing too crazy. We also have these new Gateway cards, which are really nice. Not really sure what they do, though. All right, on to the next pack. So feel free to honestly play this video at ×2 speed because it can be a very long video. I have very hard times opening packs of cards. I don't know if you've ever seen any of my previous Weiss videos where I was playing a lot of Weiss Schwartz back in the day, but I had a hard time opening up cards. All right, so we have Daisy Duck, Rut, Merlin. Excited for the new Merlin stuff this set. We got Zazu, Royal Guard, which I think, honestly, somebody pointed this out in the group. They could have named a Cattle Guard, and that would have been very, very funny. We have Tanana. We have King of Hearts, Invited to the Ball. We have a 7 Dwarves Mine. Our first one is going to be a rare in Don't Let the Frostbite Bite. And then our second one is going to be a super rare in Prince Philip. And then our cold foil is going to be a Bonsai. All right. I wish I had more space on this desk. Goodness, I feel like I'm just like scattering everything here. It's okay. As we keep going further, let's actually see if we can move that a little bit off to the side. Give ourselves a little bit more space here. All right, that should be just fine. All right, cool. All right, on to the next pack. I really should make sure I keep the packs on camera so that y'all know I'm not doing anything crazy. All right, we've got the Rancis Fluggerbutter. Fluggerbutter? Is that a word, or did they just put that together for the movie? We got a, ooh boy, I haven't seen Brother Bear in a while. Kenai, we have Hypnotic Strength, Flora, Sneezy, Prince John. Our first uncommon is Mother Gothel. Our second uncommon is Merlin's Cottage, and our third one is going to be Bashful. And then we have a rare in Pete, Wrestling Champion. I'm honestly really excited for the Pete deck. Like, it seems really interesting. And then we have a legendary Robin Hood. All right, so we've got the red Robin Hood here for a 4-cost uninkable 1/4/2 stat line. Whenever this character quests, look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You can reveal it, or you may reveal an action with cost 6 or less and play it for free. A very, very good card in my opinion. That's offset by the fact that it only has 1 strength, so it is susceptible to things like Sisu, Brawl, whatnot. But being able to play an action for free, especially one that actually costs more than the card itself, is pretty good in my opinion. And then we have a super rare Pete, Steamboat Pete. So let's go ahead and put that off to the side. Let's go ahead and grab a sleeve for our first legendary. There we go. All right, moving on to the rest of the packs on the top of the package there. I think I could just do that, where I just drop it in the box, so that whole box is going to get recycled. All right. We have a Minnie Mouse, a Gale, Hypnotic Deduction, Potion of Might, Medal of Heroes, Shield of Arendelle. We have a Little John, Camp Cook. We have a Pacha, which is another very good Sapphire card. It is a 3-cost inkable 0/4/2 stat line with helpful supplies. At the start of your turn, if you have an item, gain 1 lore. Perfect directions at the start of your turn. If you have a location, gain 1 lore. Very good passive lore gain card. We have a Ratigan's Party. We have, oh, did I miss one? Oh, no, yeah. Ratigan's Party. Our first one is a rare in Anna, Mystical Majesty. And then our second one is a rare in Sir Ector, Castle Lord. And then we have a holo, whoops, that goes here. A hollow Rapunzel's Tower. I kind of wish Rapunzel's Tower had an Enchanted, because Tangled is like also one of my favorite Disney movies. So I would have really appreciated a Enchanted Rapunzel's Tower, but I do understand that, you know, a lot of people, like, I'm pretty sure they took the feedback from Into the Inklands, where a lot of people did not like getting enchanted locations. We have a Meriwether, Pete, Ever As Before, When Will My Life Begin? A very interesting steel card which allows you to draw and keep filtering. I think it's a really interesting card. It can have its uses. We have a Bruni, we have an Alanadale, another good card for Steel Song, a 4-cost inkable 2/3/2 stat line. Whenever you play a song, gain 1 lore. Basically, it is like a Sleepy's Flute on legs, except it can be removed a lot more easily than Sleepy's Flute. We have a Stitch Team Underdog. We have our first rare in, oh boy, again, I haven't seen this movie in a long time, Denahi. Let me know in the comment section if I am saying these wrong, because I would love to say them correctly as I'm going through games. And then we have our legendary Camilo Madrigal. And then for our final card, we have a Finder's Keeper. So we have 2 legendaries here, the Robin Hood and the Camilo Madrigal. And that means we should actually only be expecting 1 more legendary. So I'm hoping that since we're only in like the first third of the box, that there's a little bit more waiting for us than just the legendaries in here. Maybe an extra legendary in terms of a foil. I do need 1 more Naveen in order to play in Steel Song here. All right, we got Fix-It Felix Jr., Maleficent, Robin Hood, Simba, the Queen, Mickey Mouse. We have our uncommon in Sapphire Chromacon, Mother Gothel, Turbo, and then our first one is going to be a rare in Wreck-It Ralph Admirable Underpants. I think this is a really interesting card. A 7-cost uninkable card, 6/7/2 stat line. When you play this character, return a character card from your discard to your hand. So it is recursion on a very strong body, which is pretty good. And then if that card is a princess, gain 2 lore, just flat out. Like, what? You can play, this is like another win button for Amber, where you just play this card, get a princess back, and then +2 lore right on the spot, and it's not interactable, which is pretty sick. And then we have another rare in Scar, Vengeful Lion, and then finally a hollow of When Will My Life Begin. Alright, 2 more packs on that left side of the box there. Let's try and speed through this a little bit faster. Some of these cards I'm seeing for the first time because I haven't really dug into the commons a lot, so I am just kind of interested in what we got here. But I do understand that nobody wants to stick around forever in terms of an opening, so we're going to go through this a little bit more quickly. We have the Amber Chromacon, Merlin's Cottage, Bashful. We have our rare in Tug of War, which I think Stitch is probably on the other side of this picture. And then we have a super rare in Prince John Gold Lover. Rest this card, play an item from your hand or discard with cost 5 or less for free, Exerted. And then a Duck for Cover Hollow Rare. Hollow Rare Cold Foil. Is Cold Foil the proper way of saying it? Is that how like Ravensburger announced these cards as cold foils? Or is it just like hollow rare, like in Pokemon? Let me know what you think in the comments below. We have a Daisy Duck, Vanellope Von Schweetz, a Retrosphere, Ed, Dopey, Vision of the Future, Shenzi. We have Glimmer versus Glimmer. We have a Magical Aid. Our first one is a rare in Radigan, Party Crasher, and our second one is a rare in Moana, Determined Explorer. And then finally, we have a hollow location in the Great Illuminary. All right, moving on into the middle lane of the box here. I feel like I might have clipped a card there, potentially. I really hope not, but I feel like I might have. All right, so we have Taffeta Mutton Fudge. We have Tuck. Is it Tuck or is it Took? I forgot. I really need to rewatch Brother Bear soon. The Nuck. We have Ulf, who does interior design. We have Kronk, Tanana, Merlin's Carpetbag, Radigan's Party, Pete. This is the uncommon that is so crazy. A 3-cost inkable, 3/3/1 stat line. Blow the whistle. When you play this character, opponents can't play actions until the start of your next turn. An insane uncommon card that basically just locks your opponent out. Like, imagine you're on like in turn 6 and they're a Ruby player and you know they're about to drop that Be Prepared, you've gone way too wide on your aggro strategy, and then it's just like you drop this and it's like, no Be Prepared next turn. And imagine if you play this in like an Amethyst deck where you just bounce it back with a Madam Mim and it's like, still no Be Prepared next turn. Very, very crazy card in my opinion. We have our first rare in Moana, Determined Explorer, and the second card is a rare in Robin Hood, Timely Contestant, and then we also have another rare in the Sword Released. Alright, it looks like we're hitting a stride of just rares at this point, because I don't think I've hit a lot of super rares even. I think it's just the 2 super rares that I have on the table there. Alright, so we have a Rancis Fluggerbutter, we have a Kenai, I think it's Kenai, Hypnotic Strength, Flora, Minnie Mouse, Rudy, we have our first uncommon in Mother Gothel, Merlin's Cottage, Stitch, Team Underdog. This is the tug of war opposite side that I was talking about earlier. And then we have a... Ooh, we start off with a super rare. That's pretty good. We start off with a Maximus Team Champion. And then the second one's got to be legendary or super rare. And then we have a legendary Donald Duck Pie Slinger. It is a 5-cost inkable card, 3/6/1 stat line, shift for 4, humble pie. When you play this character, if you use shift, each opponent loses 2 lore, which honestly isn't that good of a card in my opinion, because there's lots of ways to make your opponent lose lore that doesn't require like a shift on a card with a pretty okay stat line. Like if this was 2 lore, maybe I'd let it pass, but a shift 4 is just okay. And then while an opponent has 10 or more lore, this character gets +6 strength, making it a 9/6 body. But honestly, without rush, like how good is that? Like it's basically setting up for the next turn. And then cards that tend to have more strength than defense are kind of iffy in my opinion, because they can basically be like one-shots, but that's just my opinion on it. Maybe someone will figure out the secrets to this card. And then we have a common cold foil in Merlin. So let me go ahead and grab up a sleeve for our Donald Duck here. So as far as the statistics should be involved, I think this box is potentially dead unless there is an enchanted or a foil legendary in here. Now, what does it mean when a box is dead? It basically means that like all the good cards have basically been picked out and everything that's left over is just going to be regular rares, uncommon, stuff like that. Maybe a super rare here and there. So it's very common if you've been playing card games for a while to know when a box is dead. So we have our first one is a rare in Pete, Wrestling Champ. The second one is going to be a super rare in the Queen, Fairest of All, and then a cold foil Sven. So that is also another reason that I buy boxes versus buying like loose packs here and there. Like I'll buy loose packs just for fun here and there, but honestly buying boxes is going to generally be the way to go, especially in Lorcana, because there aren't case ratios. So as far as it goes, I think the box is the safest way to go in terms of potentially not missing out on anything. All right, we have a Pacha, a Taffeta Mutton Fudge, 7 Dwarves Mine, and then a rare in Moana, Determined Explorer. So I've basically almost got a playset of this Moana. I think I've already drawn 3. And then the Queen, Fairest of All. Very interesting to get these 2 back to back. And then we have the Simba Cold Foil. Now, I don't think the number of cards has decreased across the set, so I think that I should still end up with maybe a playset of some super rares, but not a lot of them. So I'm really hoping that we hit the Daisy Duck, because I haven't hit one yet in this box. We've got a Bruni, Amber Chromacon, all fund out. We have the Robin Hood Timely Contestant, and then another rare in Louisa Madrigal, and then another rare as a holo in Tug of War. So yeah, basically what I need is from these 4 boxes is to hit 3 Daisy Ducks, the super rare Daisy Ducks. That's what I need to hit, because that thing is more expensive than some legendaries, which is actually kind of crazy when you think about it. And Ed, Vision of the Future. Hey Hey, Protective Rooster. I think this is my first time getting this common card, which is interesting. We have an Emerald Chromacon, a Ruby Chromacon. Can we get another Chromacon? We got a Arthur Wart, and then we have a rare in Plate Armor, and then a super rare in Elsa, the 5th Spirit, and then finally a Clarabelle Cold Foil, which actually isn't too bad, because that Clarabelle I think is like the prime target for shift for the other, the Emerald Clarabelle, the one that refills your hand if your opponent has more cards than you. Alright, so we have the Radigan, Fix-It Felix Jr., Merlin, Obscurasphere, Ever As Before, Shield of Arendelle, King of Hearts, Invited to the Ball, Mother Gothel, and then a rare in Sugar Rush Speedway, my first one from the boxes here, and then a legendary. So we got 4 legendaries in Robin Hood. We have 2 Robin Hoods from the same box, and then a cold foil White Rabbit. So 2 of the same legendary. That's very interesting. I've never had this happen before, but it does help towards working towards a playset, especially since I actually do think that this Robin Hood is pretty playable. It's just hurt by the fact that it's like only 1 strength, and then it's also uninkable, so you have to play it because it's going to be dead in your hand unless you're playing like Sapphire or something like that. We have Break Free, Keen Eye, Hypnotic Strength, Clarabelle, Basil, Duck for Cover, Merlin's Cottage, Minnie Mouse, Simba. Our first one is a rare in Revive, and then the second card is a rare in Rafiki Shaman Duelist, and then an uncommon foil Ruby Chromacon. So we've hit 4 legendaries so far from this box, which is actually pretty good. It's a little bit statistically higher than what I was expecting, but I don't think any of these are particularly valuable. So the value of the box still isn't really good in my opinion. But again, I buy like the boxes just to fill out my commons and uncommons and all that stuff. So that's just how I like to do these. We have a Coda rare, and then we have a Shenzi rare, and then a foil Potion of Might. So I forgot to announce this. I have officially moved on into the 3rd row of cards, of packs, and it feels like we've gotten a lot of dupes, but it still feels like some of the cards we've only gotten like 1 of. Like that, hey, I think I only have the 1 of there. Alright, and then Dopey, Ever As Before. Our first uncommon is an Emerald Chromacon. Our second one is a Ruby Chromacon. Is this an Arthur? No, King of Hearts, alright. And then a rare in Don't Let the Frostbite Bite, and then a super rare in Elsa the Fifth Spirit. So I've been able to get doubles of some super rares, and even a double of a legendary before hitting a Daisy Duck in this box. So far, I would say the Trove, even though I basically got it for free, is winning over the box right now. We have a Keen Eye, Hypnotic Strength, Flora, When Will My Life Begin, Minnie Mouse again, Magical Aid, Food Fight, and then we have a rare in Chicha, and then another rare in Magica Dispel, and then an uncommon foil Amber Chromacon. I really am looking forward to seeing how these Chromacons change up the game, because they are all items, and again, items are a little bit harder to remove. Maybe it's going to entice more Steel players to play cards like Benja. Evil Comes Prepared. Is this the first time I've gotten this common? This is what I meant when I referenced it earlier, where like some commons, like you just don't get a lot of them. Night Howler Rage, I think there was only like 1 or 2 of those at best. This feels like a whole different set of commons that I've never gotten in this box before. We have a Turbo, Shenzi. Wait a minute. Did we just get 2 of the same uncommon in the same pack? Okay, these ratios. Remember who you are, and wait. Okay, so rare in Pete, Wrestling Champ. This is a character. No, Royal Tantrum Enchanted. All right, very, very cool. Let's go, y'all. We hit the Enchanted in the box, so hopefully that doesn't mean the other 4 boxes won't have any, but I wish it was a character. I don't know, like, how much I feel about this, but this is still very, very cool to hit an Enchanted card in a box. Very, very excited for this. Let's go, y'all. Okay, I'll level. This might be as good as the Trove, potentially. The legendaries were better, but I got more legendaries in here, but no Daisy Duck. I think maybe if I hit a Daisy Duck, it'll be as good. I think if there's a single Daisy Duck in here, it'll be as good. Let's find out. Let's see if this box is a contender. We've got Hideaway, Stitch, a rare Royal Tantrum to complement the one that we just got, and then a 5th legendary in Prince Naveen? What is this? What is this? This is crazy. Royal Tantrum and Prince Naveen plus 4 other, was it 4 other, am I counting this right? 5 legendaries plus an Enchanted from the same box? These ratios are cracked. I don't know if Ravensburger changed the ratio game up. This is kind of cracked. All right. We got our 2 Prince Naveen's. Let's go, y'all. That's really good. Oh my gosh, that's really good. Okay. Moving on, Scar Betrayer. Is that the first one? See, it's like some of these cards, it feels like I'm looking at them for the first time. Sven Reindeer Steed, and then we have a rare Elsa's Ice Palace, and then a super rare in Pete, Steamboat Pete, and then an uncommon Shenzi. Y'all, that, wow. An Enchanted and a Prince Naveen in the same box is pretty darn good if you're asking me. Pretty darn good. All right, we have a Pete, Fix-It Felix Jr., Maleficent, Robin Hood, Simba, Chaka, Ludwig von Drake, which I think is another first time we're seeing it, Arthur Novispero, another uncommon it feels like I'm seeing for the first time, and then a Steel Chromacon, as well as a super rare Scroop, and then a super rare The Queen, Fairest of All, and then a super rare Prince John. Crazy. Crazy. I think from this one box alone, I almost have a full playset of the super rare Queen, Fairest of them all, no? We'll take a scan at the end here, but no Daisy Duck. This is the last chance, the last pack in the box. Is that the first Lilo? I don't even know. Gathering Knowledge and Wisdom, really good card, just a flat pay 2 uninkable, and then you gain 2 lore. Good for closing out games in my opinion, but I haven't tested it out yet, so that'll have to be TBD for now. The Library, Ed, Fix-It Felix Jr., and then a rare Scrooge McDuck, and then is this a super rare? Is this a super rare Daisy? It is a super rare in Who's With Me, and then to wrap it up, a common Hypnotic Strength. All right, so not too bad of a box. We definitely hit pretty well. So in terms of the super rares, right, let's just go over this real quick because it feels like, so we got 2 of the Elsas. We got 3 of the Queens. 3 of them. I should just build a Queen deck right now. And then in terms of the super rares, I think there were a few in the foil slot here. Let's see, super rares. There's no way it was just the one. Oh, there it is, the Pete. All right, so we got 2 super rares. So I'm going to go ahead and separate these by box because that's how I like to do things. That's how I like to just kind of weigh out the odds. The commons and the uncommons, I'm not going to sweat too much about, to be honest, just because, like, I should end up with at least a playset of them. So I will only be separating things by the rares, super rares, and the legendaries. So these are the commons, those are the uncommons. Just putting everything on my card organizing desk over here. Let's take rid of the commons here. All right, and then in terms of the first box, the results, so we got a Donald Duck Pie Slinger, we have a Camilo Madrigal, we got 2 copies of Robin Hood Sharpshooter, we have the Prince Naveen, which thankfully rounds out the 2 that I am looking to play, and then an Enchanted Royal Tantrum. Crazy first box, absolutely crazy first box. All right, so I will go ahead and put these off to the side here. Let me just make some space. Got a lot of card organizing I gotta do. All right, on to the second box, and hopefully we can go through this one a little bit quicker. At some point, maybe in the third box, I'm just gonna call it and then just skip straight to the back 2. All right. But it really feels like I haven't seen all of the, commons and uncommons quite yet. So, still going to go through them a little bit here. So, again, this is the second box. Going to be starting from the left side of the box. All right, and let's get going. You know, I'm actually kind of hoping somewhere down the line I will hit a discard or a crimped card because I haven't hit one yet, and they honestly just look very, very cool. All right, starting off, we've got an Anna, a Zazu, Rancis, Vanellope, Merlin. We've got Dopey, and then moving on into the uncommons, Magical Aid, Sven, Emerald Chromacon. We have our first rare is a Chica, and our second rare is a Pride Lands. So first time we're seeing the Pride Lands, and then an Elsa the Fifth Spirit. I think it's actually Chicha, isn't it? I could be wrong. I think it's Chicha. All right. So basically almost a playset of Elsa's, no playset of Daisy Duck, though the only Daisy Duck I've pulled was from the Trove. So far I would honestly still say, you know, I'd say the first box was equal to the Trove, but when you think about how much a Trove is, like $50 versus like 140 MSRP, we got the Tipo, the Scar, the Steel Chromacon. When you think about that value, it's very, very different. And then a rare in Prince John's Mirror, and then a super rare in Kronk, Head of Security, and then our foil is going to be a Vanellope Von Schweetz. Y'all, I'm so excited. 2 legendaries in the same day. That's crazy. That's crazy. If we hit a third one, I really hope it's a character. I love the character legendaries. Specifically in this set, I'm looking for either the Vanellope, the Mufasa. Honestly, there's a lot of good ones. The Snow White, there's so many good ones in here when it comes to the characters. Really love those character legendaries. Well, I do love character legendaries, but I also love character enchanteds. Alright, Shield of Arendelle, Archimedes Electrified Owl, Maid Marian. See, that's the first one I think that I've seen in my box. And then a Seven Dwarves Mine, and then a rare in Magicka Dispel, and then a legendary in Clarabelle. Let's go, y'all. And then a holo rare in Plate Armor. Ooh, for a minute I thought the card was damaged, but I forgot. They did do something new with the foiling for these legendary cards where, like, the character themselves is like a foil printing. Like, it's kind of hard to show on camera, but you can see it almost looks like a cutout was put on top of the character. I'm not really sure how I feel about that. Personally, I don't like it because, like, in my opinion, it feels kind of fake. I don't know if anyone else has that feeling, but like that extra gloss looks nice for like having the character pop out, right? Especially for like a legendary. But at the same time, something about it feels just kind of fake-ish. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Alright, Fix It Felix Jr., Basil, Duck for Cover, King Candy. This is another card that I hope to get a few more of. We got the King Candy, Little John, the Taffeta Mutton Fudge, a rare in Doc, and then a rare in Gaston Pure Paragon, and then a Robin Hood, what is that, Sneaky Sleuth. Alright, so hoping to vary up the legendaries here. What I'm looking for right now, so with the Trove I have 2 Clarabelles right now, and then I've got 2 Prince Naveen's. Honestly, that Trove did a lot of good work, like an insane amount of work in terms of my collection. See, this is Symbol Lost Prince. Is this the first time I'm getting this? Is this the first time I'm getting the Queen? Cruelest of them all? See, that's so crazy. Like, I don't know how these ratios work. Finders Keepers. Rapunzel's Tower. And Clarabelle, another Clarabelle. And then a super rare in Mother Gothel Unwavering Schemer, and then a super rare in Cusco Selfish Emperor, and then finally a foil copy of Gathering Knowledge and Wisdom. And I think that puts me at 2 total copies of Gathering Knowledge and Wisdom, with one of them being foil, which is absolutely insane that is a common and only the second copy I have, and it's a holo version. That's just crazy. Like, the thing that I like about Lorcana is that it gives so many artists the opportunity to like make cards, make very impressionable looking, like awesome cards, and I think that's really great. But like the sets are so big. We have the Bashful Adoring Knight, and then a rare in Queen Sensor Core, a very interesting card for Amber, a 2-cost inkable card that's an item. At the start of your turn, if you have a princess or queen character in play, gain 1 lore, and then Royal Search, rest this card, pay 2 ink, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a princess or queen character, you may put it in your hand, otherwise put it on the top of your deck. A very interesting card because by putting it back on the top of your deck, you know exactly what you're drawing. If you play cards that filter, you know, like, okay, let's get rid of this card. Like, let's say you're playing like Amethyst or something like that, you have the Ursula's item out, you can be like, you know what, I don't want this card, let's get rid of it, let's set up for the next turn. So really interesting card in my opinion. And then a super rare in Minnie Mouse Drum Major. Not the Amber super rare I'm looking for, but a very cool card. And at the very least, after opening about a case worth of packs, I'd like to at least have one of every single card, so that way if I'm doing like a master set in that case, I at least have one of every single card. That's only like the second Gale that we've got, right? Isn't this so crazy, like these ratios? But the artwork is so cool. Like, imagine being able to put on your resume, yeah, I made a card for Disney Lorcana. I think that's just really, really cool. Fix It Felix Jr. Our first one is a rare in We Know the Way, the first time I'm getting this card, and then a second rare in Sherwood Forest, and then finally a common Happy foil. All right, this is the last pack on the left side of the box. Let's try and hit a legendary. Honestly, like, if I hit one more Enchanted, I might lose my mind. This would be a crazy opening. Potion of Might. So at this point, I think we've got at least one copy of every single common and every single uncommon, I think. Radigan's Party, Simba, son of Mufasa, and then a rare in Sheriff of Nottingham, and then a rare in Namari, and then finally a holo Fauna. You know, I should have looked more into what these gateway cards do, but for now, I think I'm just going to keep them on the side. I do kind of like the puzzle piece ones better, to be honest. Maybe that's just me, but I think it's like a nice little inclusion for like collecting packs. White Rabbit, Merryweather, Taffeta, Kronk, Vision of the Future, Sapphire Chromacon, Glimmer versus Glimmer, Steel Chromacon, so a double Chromacon pack, and then a rare in Robin Hood Timely Contestant, and then a rare in Louisa Madrigal, and then a common holo in Fix-It Felix Jr. Another reason I like actually buying boxes versus packs is because boxes is where you can kind of start negotiating how much you pay, right? Like, packs are kind of set. They're anywhere between like $5 to $7. That's kind of like a set price, basically. But when you start getting to boxes and opening full boxes, that's when you can start negotiating prices, where it's just like, all right, like, we know how much value is in the set at this point, and then that's when you can start negotiating. We have an Ed, we have a super rare Pete Steamboat Rival. I think this is a playset at this point. I think this is a playset. And then the second card has to be a super rare or a legendary. It is a super rare Scroop Odious Mutineer, and then a rare Yzma Unjustly Treated, and still no Daisy Duck. Where are the Daisy Ducks? We didn't hit one in the first box. At this point, I'm going to need a holo and then a non-holo version in one of these boxes at the same time in order to complete my playset. Ah, there we go. Gathering Knowledge and Wisdom. Let's go. I'm actually hoping that one of the legendaries in this box is going to be the Merlin, which I plan on playing a deck of. Thankfully, that card is not too expensive, but I'd like to not pay for it if possible. We have the Maleficent Vexed Partygoer. Our first rare is the Plate Armor, and the second card is a super rare in the Queen Fairest of All, and then a common holo in Dopey. So this actually completes my The Queen Fairest of All set. So I do have a play set, and that was between two boxes, and that honestly just goes back to what I was saying is like, what is up with these ratios? I have no idea how they get calculated out, how they get packed, but again, this isn't a standard case. This was 4 loose boxes that I bought from someone who vouches that they all came from the same place. King Candy, Seven Dwarves Mine, a rare in Sugar Rush Speedway, which I think can lead to some, I think this is a very interesting card. A 1-cost uninkable, 0 to move there, 5 willpower. Once per turn, you may rest chosen character here and deal them 1 damage to move them to another location for free. I think this can open up some very interesting strategies, especially with cards that gain effects as you move them between places like Hey Hey. And then a legendary in Genie Main Attraction, a 7-cost uninkable 5/5/2 stat line. While this character is exerted, opposing characters can't be readied at the start of their turn. Someone said this in one of the pages. This card should have been a shift target. Like, this is a really good shift target. Like, the fact that it's uninkable means that it sits in your hand until you're ready to play it, or it has to be discarded, which is kind of hard in this game, or it has to be inked through a special means like Fishbone Quill. It's kind of a difficult card to work around, but again, I haven't really played around with the set too much to make that judgment quite yet. And then the second card is going to be a super rare in Pete. I've got so many Petes. Why are there so many Petes? Alright, so far, like halfway through the box, hit 2 legendaries so far. One of them is the Clarabelle, which helps us in terms of the cost, but the other one was a Genie, which doesn't really help us in terms of the cost of the box. So this is what I was talking about, where you can start negotiating the cost, right? Because you know it's roughly about 3 legendaries in a box, and then you know about what the average cost of a legendary is in this set. Finders Keepers, our first one is going to be a rare in Revive. The second card is a rare for Rafiki, and then the third is going to be a cold foil Hypnotic Deduction. So once you basically like leverage it all out, right? Like, that's what happened with Rise of the Floodborn, is that as we moved on into set 3, set 4, the only card that was really worth it in that set was the Beast, and that's why it was so expensive, because something had to bring up the cost of the box, because the value of the cards in the box very sparingly, if ever, makes up the price at MSRP. So that's why I said you can probably start negotiating a little bit. We have a Basil's Magnifying Glass, and then a super rare in Who's With Me, and then a holo Arthur Ward. But do keep in mind, while I do say negotiate, while I do say haggle, just keep in mind that, again, these places are trying to make a profit, and because of these places, you know, that they're the places that give players a place to play Lorcana, and they do need to keep the lights on, so, and they do need to pay their employees, so keep that in mind. Like, while it's always nice to look for a good deal, just keep in mind that some of these places, like, do need to, you know, pay the bills in order to keep being a card shop, and in order to take care of their local communities. We have the Bashful Adoring Knight, we have a rare in Remember Who You Are, and then a rare in Pete Wrestling Champ, and then a common foil Donald Duck Daisy's Date. So far, not the greatest box. The Clarabelle is nice, but it is only like a $30 card versus a $130, $40 MSRP box. So far, still kind of in the red zone in terms of value right now, especially with no Daisy Duck. Like, there's only so many super... Wait, try everything. Is this the first time I've gotten this? It's so crazy. These ratios, like, throw me off so bad. Little John Camp Cook. We have the Simba Son of Mufasa. A rare in the Sword Release. I think this is the first Sword Release I got. I think the other one was a holo. And then a... What is this? Rare in Coda. And then a holo rare Prince John. So 2/3 of the way through the box, only 2 legendaries obtained so far. No particularly good super rares. I think there was that one Elsa, but I think that was it, really. So far this box is not looking as hot as the first one. I should have opened that first box last because there wasn't Enchanted in there. We got the Pacha, Radigan's Party, the Bruni. Our rare is going to be Royal Tantrum, and then our second one is a legendary Jafar Tyrannical Hypnotist, and then a holo Gathering Knowledge and Wisdom. So again, I have 2 Gathering Knowledge and Wisdoms that are foil and 2 that are not. So I have a play set, but that does involve the foil versions. So far, 3 legendaries. I would say that the Jafar is nice, being a Challenger 7. While challenging, this character gets +7 the strength stat. It's not strength. Is it strength? I think it's called strength. I keep forgetting because they changed the terminology for it. But it's Challenger 7. And then Intimidating Gaze, opposing characters. Sorry, I should go over the whole card. It is a 6 cost, inkable character, 0/7/2 stat line, Challenger 7, which is good for when it's challenging things. It trades pretty well. And then Intimidating Gaze, opposing characters with cost 4 or less can challenge. I feel like there is a very good strategy here, where basically you build like a wide board, and then like you shut down actions with Pete, and then it's like, hey, I've got my wide board, I've got my Jafar. If you're an aggro type deck, you can't challenge any of my people, and then like it is I feel like you can like lock in a game-winning strategy with this card. All right, we've got Healing Touch, White Rabbit, Night Howler Rage, Evil Comes Prepared, Kronk, Basil, Alanadale, which is a nice card for our Steel Song deck, the Sapphire Chromacon, Stitch Team Underdog, a holo or a rare in Elsa's Ice Palace, and then a super rare in Daisy Duck. Let's go, Daisy Duck, and then the Shenzi rare. Let's go. This is a good card. All right, we bumped up the value of our box by 20 bucks, which is pretty good. But in terms of overall value, I think we're still sitting at a roughly $70, because I don't really count the commons and uncommons, to be honest with you, because I should end up with at least 1 playset of all of them. Minnie Mouse, yeah, I have that one. All right, Mother Gothel, the Turbo, the Monstro, and then a rare in Shenzi, and then a rare in Yzma, and then a holo Archimedes. Alright, so far, this is an okay box. Honestly, if you're asking my opinion, this is an average box so far, with our 3 legendaries that we've hit, as well as like just a handful of super rares and rares. Alright, let's keep going. Pete Pastry Chomper. Have I gotten one of these yet? I'm not really sure. The Donald Duck, Invited to the Ball, Tropical Rainforest. This is the first time I've gotten this. See, it's so crazy. These ratios are, they throw me off so bad. Food Fight. First time I think I'm getting this. And then a rare in Don't Let the Frostbite Bite, and then a super rare in Elsa the Fifth Spirit, and I think my 5th copy, and let's go foil legendary in Anna, Diplomatic Queen. So this is technically the 4th legendary of the box. Look at that shine, y'all, with the cold foil and everything. Very cool, very, very cool. So this did become a 4 legendary hit box, and I don't think this has an enchanted version. I don't think so. I forgot, to be honest. So this might be the max rarity of that card. But man, Lorcana loves its Frozen IP. All right. Fix-It Felix Jr., Maleficent, Robin Hood, Simba. Is this the first time I'm getting this Simba? It looks like it. I'm not sure. This other Simba, Merlin, All Funned Out, Ruby Chromacon, the King of Hearts. Our first rare is going to be a Chicha, and then our second is going to be a Pride Lands, and then to wrap it up, we've got the foil copy of Rot. Now, there's only 3 packs left, so far 4 legendaries. We did hit the Daisy Duck, which is like the relevant super rare, it feels like. So doing okay so far. We have Lilo, Gathering Knowledge and Wisdom, double Gathering Knowledge and Wisdom, 2 for the 2. We've got the Bonsai, Dopey, Tanana, Nala, Hideaway, the Arthur Wart, and then a rare in Prince John's Mirror, and then a super rare in Snow White Fair-Hearted. This is a card that I am hoping to get the Enchanted for within these next 2 boxes, and then a holo version of Robin Hood. I can't really complain though. Between the Trove and that first box having an Enchanted, that's really great. That's really cool. I can really dig that. I'm loving the Enchanted so far. All right. Taffeta, Took, The Nook, Ulf, Hey Hey, King Candy. Is this the first? No, I think I've gotten one King Candy. You're welcome. Minnie Mouse, Steel Chromacon. Our first rare is Magicka Dispel. Our second is going to be a legendary Donald Duck Pie Slinger. And then the last card is going to be a common Gale. So 5 legendaries in this box. The only one I think that's really of any value is the Clarabelle. And then I think there's only 1 pack left. So far 5 legendaries, and we did hit the Daisy Duck, so pretty good value in terms of legendaries. I honestly wish that it was more standard that you'd get 5 legendaries, because some of them really aren't worth anything, truly. Like, the fact that there's a super rare that's worth more means that the ratios are kind of skewed. The Amber Chromacon, we have a Merlin's Cottage. Our first rare is a Dock. This second one is going to be a rare for Gaston, Pure Paragon, and then a Coda Talkative Cub as our final holo cold foil card. All right, so let me put these off to the side here. So we got the rares, the super rares. So in the super rares, I did hit the 1 Daisy Duck, which is really good. And then, you know what, I'm going to include it in the legendaries pile for when I do the wrap up. So we're going to put these to the side here. And then I think I also have the cold foils. Yeah. All right. There we go. All right. So it's rares, cold foils, and super rares, and then the uncommons and commons. All right. Sorry for the silence, just trying to make some space on my card sorting desk because I literally have a whole separate desk to sort out all the cards when it comes to like Digimon, Pokemon, Lorcana, One Piece. Alright, so to wrap up this box, again, hit the Daisy Duck, which is good. We got 1 Donald Duck, the holo legendary in Anna, Diplomatic Queen, 1 Jafar, Tyrannical Hypnotist, the Genie Main Attraction, really cool card. I really love the Aladdin series, so this is a really cool card for me. And then the Clarabelle. Alright, moving on into our 3rd box. Let's put this off to the side. So the reason I'm making the video like this, where it's just incredibly extremely long, is because I think when it comes to data, you should be able to show everybody everything. That's just my take on data, is if they want to look into it, let them. You know, don't hide any data, don't make anything look suspicious. Just show them the data as it is and let them do the interpreting for some of these things. All right, so this came like this. So I think this was supposed to be here. Let me just take a quick look here just to make sure the piles are even. All right, so this first side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, and then the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, very cool. All right, cool. So let's put these off to the side, and let's go through the box again, starting with the left side of the box. So what am I hoping for the rest of this? Honestly, we've hit 2 legendaries, which is very cool. A character legendary would be very, very cool. The Vanellope, the Mufasa, the Snow White, any of those would be very, very cool. All right, so Evil comes prepared. Minnie Mouse. Have I gotten this one? This is a common. Oh boy. All right. We've got the Gale, Hypnotic Deduction, Chaka, Kronk. First uncommon is Try Everything. Second one is Lil Jon Camp Cook. Third one is Pacha. And then our first one is going to be a rare in Sherwood Force. And the second card is going to be a super rare in Maximus Team Champion. And then finally a Sapphire Chromicon Holo. Let me know, actually, I'm kind of curious as to everyone else's pulls, because it feels like so far we've been averaging out about 5 legendaries a box, which is pretty good. One of them being Holo. We've got the Meriwether, Taffeta, Took, Maleficent, When Will My Life Begin, Minnie Mouse. First uncommon is a Merlin's Carpet Bag. Second one is a Radigan's Party. Third is a Maleficent. The first rare is going to be a Revive, and the second card is going to be a Daisy Duck. Let's go. And then a Holo Bonsai. All right, Daisy Duck, bringing up the value of the box immediately by $20. Very cool stuff. All right, so we've got so far 3 Daisy Ducks. 3 Daisy Ducks. I need 1 more Daisy Duck, and that is my playset, which would be very cool to get it from a case worth of cards. We got the Pete, Gazelle, Gathering Knowledge and Wisdom, the Rudy, Basil, Robin Hood, the Try Everything, Bashful, and then a rare in Remember Who You Are, and then a legendary Anna, Diplomatic Queen, and then just to wrap it up, just to be safe, we got the Holo Little John. So a regular version of the Anna, Diplomatic Queen. I think I forgot to read it off last time. So this is a 3-cost uninkable 2/3/2 stat line. Royal Resolution. When you play this character, you may pay 2 ink to choose one. Each opponent chooses and discards a card. Chosen character gets +2 strength this turn, or banish chosen damaged character. A very interesting set of stuff, especially for a 3-cost card. But this basically, again, as an uninkable, mainly sits in your hand until you're ready to play it. And honestly, it's such a weak card. This is a big maybe for me. I feel like the nice thing about legendaries in this game is that with the right setup, you can make any legendary work. But the realistic question is, how likely can you get that setup? And this seems like one of those cards where it's like, I'd rather play something else in that slot. We have Hypnotic Deduction. Yeah, we have one of these. Okay, I was like, wait, is that the first time I'm getting that? Archimedes, Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Pacha, Taffeta, Bruni. The first one is a rare in Wreck-It Ralph Demolition Dude, a 3-cost inkable 1/4 stat line, 1/1 stat line. Whenever you ready this character, gain 1 lore for each 1 damage on him. And then a rare in Doc Bold Knight, and then a holo in the Dopey. All right. So far we have hit 1 legendary, and I think we're more than halfway through the left side of the box. All right, so we got a Fauna, Mickey Mouse, Healing Decanter, Retrosphere, Happy, Prince John, Amber Chromicon, All Funned Out, the Food Fight, and then a rare in Royal Tantrum, and then a super rare in Elsa the Fifth Spirit. This is our 6th copy. We will take a cold foil Prince Naveen. Yes, we will. All right, let's go. Second legendary of the box. It is a cold foil Prince Naveen. And does this get crazier? Does this get crazier? Does it get crazier? Wait a minute. No, that was last. I set myself up. Prince Naveen cold foil. Let's go. All right. I see you, Shimmering Skies boxes. I see you trying to hook me up with these cold foil legendaries. All right. All right. Can you hook me up with some of them Enchanted, though? That'd be pretty cool. We got the Clarabelle, Break Free, Fix-It Felix Jr., Cogsworth, Simba, the Chaka, Emerald Chromacon, Ruby Chromacon. Can we go triple Chromacon? No, King of Hearts. And then a rare in Rafiki Shaman Duelist. And then a rare in Basil's Magnifying Glass. And then a rare in Kristoff, the Reindeer Keeper. Another kind of endgame card. I really like the fireworks in the back and how they're like the colors of the like the elements and stuff. But I think this is our first one of this Kristoff. And it's a holo. So this is what I meant when I was talking about the ratios. Like, they're all so off. Like, some you'll end up with like a full playset of super rares, and then others you'll end up with like one rare. All right, come on, Enchanted. Let's get at least one more Enchanted across these 2 remaining boxes. We got a Queen, Invited to the Ball, Mother Gothel, a Stitch Team Underdog, a rare in Elsa's Ice Palace, and then a rare in Sherwood Forest, and then a common Took Holo. All right, last pack of the left side of the box here. All right, and then after this we got one. Well, we've got still like more than half of a box to go through, so I shouldn't be getting ahead of myself there. All right, we got the Merlin Turtle, Kronk, the Tanana, Merlin's Cottage, Minnie Mouse, a Magical Aid, and then a super rare in Snow White, Fair-Hearted, and then a super rare in Prince Philip, Swordsman of the Realm, and then a common Hypnotic Deduction. Almost had me there, thinking there was a legendary in there. But honestly, this gold foil Prince Naveen is pretty cool, I gotta admit. So now I have 3 Prince Naveens in case. I definitely don't think he's a 4-of. I definitely don't think he's a 4-of, especially as an uninkable in the Steel Song deck, because your uninkable slots are already kind of tight when it comes to actually the songs themselves. So definitely 2 or 3 of Prince Naveen is pretty good. And then a, let's see, Rapunzel's Tower. I really wish this wasn't Enchanted, to be honest. And then a rare in Don't Let the Frostbite Bite. And then a super rare in Grumpy Skeptical Knight. And then a common Vanellope Von Schweetz Holo. So I forgot to say it, but I think that was the first pack of the middle of the box. All right, let's keep going. Let's see what other treasures can be untold. How many wonders can this one cavern box hold? We've got the Arthur. We've got a super rare in Mother Gothel, Unwavering Schemer. And then this is either a legendary or a super rare. It is a super rare in the Cusco Selfish Emperor. And then to wrap... What? Double cold foil Prince Naveen? They didn't just want to give me the legendary. They're just like, you know what? Have another cold foil. What in the world? Double cold foil Prince Naveen? Y'all, that is my playset of Prince Naveen. I don't even need a playset of Prince Naveen, but now I got one. How crazy would it be if there was a legend or the Enchanted in here? The Enchanted Prince Naveen. Y'all, I would lose my mind. I honestly don't know. 4 Prince Naveens and 2 of them are cold foil? That's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane, y'all. We got the Maleficent. We got the Maid Marian. The Arthur. We have a rare in Chicha. We have a rare in Pride Lands. And then to wrap it up, the Maleficent Vexed Partygoer uncommon. Y'all. Alright, so that second box kind of fizzled out a little bit, but 2 Prince Naveens from the same box, for someone, that might be like the only box they need. I think there was also the Daisy Duck, right? Oh my gosh, there was also the Daisy Duck. Crazy box if you are a Amber player. Amber Songs player, whew, good box. We got the Nala, Hideaway, Food Fight. We got a rare in We Know the Way, and then a super rare in Snow White, Fair-Hearted, and then a holo Vanellope Von Schweetz common card. I'm really hoping for the Snow White, though. I have a very, like, special place in my heart for Snow White, because it's like a family thing, like, so that's basically all I'm going to give in terms of that context, but Snow White has a very special place in my heart because, it means a lot in terms of, like me growing up and something family related. So that's the sneak peek that y'all get there. When will my life begin? You're welcome. Sapphire Chromacon, Food Fight, a rare in Shenzi, and then this feels like a legendary. It feels like you can kind of, okay, if this is a legendary, that'd be kind of crazy, but it feels, because like they get stuck a little bit. Nope, it's just a regular rare. I'm talking nonsense, y'all. And then a holo common Merlin. I'm just talking nonsense. I'm going a little crazy after getting those 2 cold foil Prince Naveen's back to back. That's a spicy box right there. Gathering Knowledge and Wisdom, the Bonsai, Taffeta Mutton Fudge, Prince John, Duck for cover, Monstro. Is this the first Monstro? Is this the first uncommon Monstro? Oh my gosh. And then Invited to the Ball, and then the Tropical Rainforest, and we start off with a rare in Belle of the Ball. This is a very pretty looking card. And then Cusco, Selfish Emperor, and then to wrap things up, a rare Shenzi Holo. So I think I also have a playset of the Cusco Selfish Emperor as well. So such a weird like game in terms of the ratios and boxes and what you get in what. Like, are cases guaranteed anything? Which granted might not be like a bad thing, that cases don't guarantee anything, because it kind of ups the rarity of the high rarity stuff. All right, and then a rare in Gaston Pure Paragon, and then a, let's go, y'all, legendary Ana. This is 2 in the same box, so you can hit the same legendary in the same box. And I think that was the same with the Robin Hood earlier. And then a holo in the Snowana Rainbow. All right, so here is our 3rd Ana. No Merlins, though. Literally no Merlins yet. Which is not a bad thing, but it does mean I need to buy them. So wait a minute. Okay, so 2 cold foil Prince Naveen's, 2 regular Anas. Like, technically speaking, if you don't count the cold foils, I've hit only 2 legendaries out of this box. So I think we're due for like some more regular legendaries, hoping that one of them is going to be the Merlin. All right, we have the Happy, the Taffeta Mutton Fudge, the Library, Sleepy, a rare in the Queen Sensor Core, and then a rare in the We Know the Way, and then to wrap things up, a common holo, the Queen. All right, moving on into the last third of this box. We are now on the right side of the box, and I've got a pile of plastic on my left, and can't wait to throw it all out. All right, we got the Gale, Bonsai, Merlin, the Simba, Taffeta Mutton Fudge, the Library, Steel Chromacon, a rare in the Half Hexwell Crown, which I think was a like promotional card that came with Ursula's Revenge, which is very cool. Our first one in this entire case of cards. And then a legendary, y'all, 3 of the same legendary? Is that even possible in the same box? And then a holo rare in the Plate Armor. 3 Anas. 3 Anas and 2 Prince Naveen's. This is crazy. What in the ratios is this? How is it that out of 5 legendaries total in the box, 2 of them were cold foil Prince Naveen, 3 of them were the Ana? If there's a 4th Ana in here, if I get a playset of Ana from 1 box, I'm not really sure how I'm gonna react to that. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea how I would react to getting a playset of a legendary when I could have been getting a playset of Merlins. We have another Pete. So I think, again, out of all the boxes, this is like our 2nd Pete, which is crazy. We have a rare in Sugar Rush Speedway, and then a rare in Coda, and then to wrap things up, a rare Scar Vengeful Lion. Like, I would have rather had diversity in my legendaries than have this many Anas, to be honest. Just so that, again, if I'm going for like a master set of stuff, at least having one of every single card would be nice. All right, we've got the Fauna, Mickey Mouse, the Healing Decanter, Retrosphere, the Hey Hey, the Ever As Before, Taffeta Mutton Fudge, Baruni, Sleepy Sluggish Night. We have the first rare is going to be a Shenzi. The second one is going to be a Pete Steamboat Rival. And then to wrap things up, a holo Gathering Knowledge and Wisdom, which feels like my 18th copy at this point. It really does feel like I've only got like maybe 1 or 2 more regular versions of Gathering Knowledge and Wisdom versus the holo version. But again, still hoping there's 1 more legendary in here, at least one that I haven't gotten before. Fix-It Felix Jr., Cogsworth, Dopey, King Candy, Amber Chromacon, All Funned Out, Emerald Chromacon. The first is going to be a rare in Don't Let the Frostbite Bite, and then the second is going to be a rare in Pete Wrestling Champ. And then the last card is going to be a holo, the Queen. But yeah, these box ratios, honestly, they throw me off so much. So if you're asking for my financial advice, honestly, build the decks that you want first, right? Like, use Dreamborn, like, figure out the deck that you want to play, just buy singles. Just buy singles. As someone who's been playing card games for like 15 years, lots of different card games, seen lots of different like mechanics and stuff like that, just buy singles. This is my fair warning to you, and I know we're an hour into the video, so it might be a little bit too late, but you might not even be watching this part. You might be watching in 2x speed. We have the Chicha, a Blast from Your Past, and then a Holo Hideaway. But yeah, as someone who's been playing card games for a very long time, just buy singles. Figure out what decks you want to play and just buy singles. Packs are for fun and for entry. And for fun. Lots of fun. But also live financially within your means. Don't forget that. That's always super important. Alright, we've got a Invited to the Ball. Mother Gothel, please. Give us some uncommon Pete's. Please. Food Fight. A rare in Magica Dispel, and then a Genie, a main attraction legendary, and then a super rare Queen, fairest of them all, holo. Alright, so far, 4 legendaries in this box, which seems pretty standard. The 2 Prince Naveen cold foils are really what saved this box. If I swear if that was a 4th Ana, I would have lost my mind. But no Merlin so far, y'all. No Merlin, such as it's not a wide diversity in terms of my spread of legendaries so far. I think in terms of other legendaries I'm looking for, really I'm looking for the Merlin. That's the big one. The Alanadale, Arthur, and we need more of a Vanellope Von Schweetz, but we need more of that Pete. Alright, and then a legendary G. And then a rare Queen Sensor Core. What in the duplicates is this box? There were 7 legendaries, but there are only 3 different kinds. What was this third box? What was this third box? I don't understand. I don't understand. Y'all could have been Merlins. I would have accepted a 4 Merlin box. I would have. But now it's just a fever dream. Alright, so we got that Merlin, the common Merlin. We got Robin Hood, Taffeta, the Pete. Let's go! 3rd Pete. Alright, we need 1 more. And then a rare in Radigan Party Crasher. And then a super rare in Blast from Your Past. And then to wrap things up, we've got the Ed Holo Rare. Alright, what a crazy box that was. That was something, y'all. That was something. Alright. So in terms of, so these are our rares. Let's go ahead and put these off to the side. And then the super rare. So in terms of the super rares, again, I'm going to put the Daisy Duck with the legendaries because it costs just as much. And then the cold foils. All right. And then the uncommons, we can take these out of here. So 1 more box left. So far, what I've hit is in terms of the 4 boxes, right? Not including the trove that I opened prior hand. Quite a few legendaries. I think more than 15 legendaries in total, and 1 enchanted, and I believe 2 Daisy Ducks. Again, from the quote-unquote case worth of card. So in terms of what we got for box number 3, so we got the 1 Daisy Duck. Somehow, I don't know why we couldn't get more Daisy Ducks, but we can get duplicates of legendaries. So this is the duplicate legendary box talking about the 3 Genie main attractions, or I'm sorry, the 2 Genie main attractions, the 3 Anas, and then the 2 cold foil Prince Naveen legendaries. I have no idea who is in charge of ratio mixing for this game, but I don't know what to say, y'all. I don't know what to say. I've never hit so many duplicates of the highest rarity card in a box like that before. Alright, so 1 more box left. Again, hoping there's a character legendary in here because I have a soft spot for character legendaries. I still don't have a princess, a princess enchanted yet, so I'm hoping there's a princess enchanted in this one. And I think the only 2 princesses that come as enchanted in this set are going to be Vanellope Von Schweetz and the Snow White. So hoping to hit one of those two. That would be honestly very, very cool. Actually, I kind of like the setup like this. Maybe? Let's give this a shot. Actually, no, I should mix it back so that way it's less confusing. Alright, we got the Potion of Might, Lilo, Earth Giant, Ulf, King Candy, Shield of Arendelle, the Library, Ed, a Fix-It Felix Jr. Our first rare is going to be Prince John's Mirror. No way, no way, no way, no way, no way. Alright, so, I saw a glimpse. I saw a glimpse. Prince John's Mirror. Elsa, the Fifth Spirit. Ah! What? Ah! Let's go! We got the Enchanted Scar. Let's go, y'all. Let's go! For not being a sealed case, this is kind of a cracked case. We got the 2 Enchanteds. Y'all, I don't know what to say. I'm at a loss for words. This has been an insane opening. We got the Flora, Daisy Duck, Vanellope Von Schweetz. It's not a princess, but you know Scar can be a princess. Yeah? I'll say that it fits the criteria in order to make me feel better about it. All right, we got the Clarabelle, Fix-It Felix Jr. We have a rare in the Anna, Mystical Majesty, and then a rare in the Sir Ector, and then the Gazelle. Did I not make a separate pile? Okay, my piles are all messed up. Let's see this. All right, slide this over just a little bit. There we go. And then there. Okay. That was the first pack? Oh my gosh, crazy. Absolutely insane, y'all. Absolutely insane opening. 3 Enchanteds like in one day. I don't know how I'm able to take this. I don't know if I'll be able to get some sleep tonight. We got the Rudy, Merlin's Carpet Bag, the Taffeta Mutton Fudge, Food Fight. We've got the, this is the first time, Denahi, right? No, second time, I think. And then a super rare in the Who's With Me, and then the Simba Hollow. Y'all, this is a crazy opening. Absolutely insano opening. Alright, very cool stuff. We've got the Obscura Sphere, Break Free. I just need one more Daisy Duck. Just the one more Daisy Duck would make this perfect. Hey Hey, the Library, Try Everything, Little John. Our first one is a rare in Wreck-It Ralph, Admiral Underpants, and the second one is a rare in Scar, Vengeful Lion. This is the Enchanted version. Alright, and then a common Tanana Hollow. Y'all, this is crazy. Did they up the odds? It feels like they upped the odds. It feels like it. I could be wrong, but this is crazy. This is absolutely insane. Metal of Heroes. Alright. The Royal Guard, Bruni, Alanadale. I think that's my 4th copy, which is nice. We need one more copy of the Pete, though. And then a rare in Scrooge McDuck, Aficionado of Antiques. And then a super rare in the Prince John Gold Lover. And then the Healing Decanter Hollow. Ooh, that Enchanted! I gotta get better at opening packs because I kind of give the preview for the Enchanted when I'm going through them. Alright, here we go. Gale, Hypnotic Deduction, Potion of Might, Gazelle, King Candy, Sneezy, Sapphire Chromacon, the Mother Gothel, Turbo. Alright, here we go, y'all. I'm feeling a legendary. We got a rare in Iago, Fake Flamingo, and then we got another rare in Half Hexwell Crown, and then the Robin Hood. So far, no actual legendaries so far. While the Enchanted is super nice, again, I do play the game as well, so it'd be nice to have some playable cards, especially that Merlin that we're never getting, but we can get 4 Annas. 3 of them being from the same box. How is that even possible, y'all? How is that possible? What are these ratios? Monstro, Invited to the Ball, Tropical Rainforest, we have our first super rare in the Maleficent Formidable Queen, and then the super rare in Kronk, Head of Security. And then to wrap things up, we got the Sneezy. Has anyone ever heard of a 2 enchanted box? Is that a thing? A 2 enchanted box? Alright. Moving on into the next pack. I've got this whole stack of plastic that I gotta throw out soon. Alright. Vision of the Future. Hey Hey. All Funned Out. Oh my gosh, I messed up my piles. Ruby Chromacon, King of Hearts. Our first one is a rare in Sir Ector. I should actually move these right now before I forget. There we go. First one is a rare in Sir Ector, and then a second one is the Who's With Me, and then a Minnie Mouse super rare. Alright, y'all, we just need that one more Daisy Duck. The one more Daisy Duck to complete the playset, and then we are chillin'. My main deck is really honestly like Amber Steel Song. Like that has been my main deck. I love the songs mechanic. I love the characters that like you use in the deck. Alright, and then we've got the Merlin's Cottage, Shenzi, Glimmer versus Glimmer. Our first one is going to be a rare in the Bonsai, and then the second card is going to be a super rare in the Cusco. So again, I think I have a whole playset of that Cusco +1, but I need the Daisy Ducks. I need the Daisy Ducks. I need one more Daisy Duck, actually. Donald Duck. That is the wrong duck. Archimedes. Flora. Donald Duck again. The Rudy. Magical Aid. Sven. Emerald Chromacon, and then the first one is going to be rare in the Plate Armor. The second one is going to be a Sugar Rush Speedway, and then a Scar Vengeful Lion. So we got all versions of that Scar in this box. We got the regular rare, the cold foil rare, and then the Enchanted. Oh goodness. Alright, I gotta clean up this pile a little bit here because it's starting to tumble over. We've got the wrong Daisy Duck. We've got Vanellope Von Schweetz, Retrosphere. We've got Ed. We've got Chaka, Mickey Mouse, Tipo, Scar, Archimedes, and then the first one is a rare in the Coda. The second is a super rare in the Pete. So we've got, again, a playset of Pete's basically at this point, but not a playset of Daisy Ducks. Has anyone had this where it feels like you've gotten basically all the super rares like multiple times? Like I've gotten that Elsa multiple times. Like, all right, let's go through this pack and then I got to clean up my pile real quick. Like we've gotten 5 of that Elsas, but only like 2 Daisy Ducks. Alright, we've got the King Candy. Oh my gosh, the piles are all messed up. We got the Shenzi. We've got a Don't Let the Frostbite Bite, and then a Revive Hollow. Alright, let me clean this up because I'm getting a little too ahead of myself and it's causing all the piles to fall over. But I wonder if anyone, like, again, I've hit multiple of a super rare that was not valuable, but I have yet to hit like 2 Daisy Ducks in the same box. Could this be the box? Is this box the winner? We'll find out. We've had some pretty fire boxes though, I'll be honest. Like these are some pretty cracked boxes. I swear it's not streamer luck. I swear it's not. This video is not brought to you by any sort of paid advertisement. Steel Chromacon, Pete, Wrestling Champ, and then a legendary Prince Naveen. We have so many Prince Naveens. And then the Fix-It Felix Jr. This is my 5th Prince Naveen. I could trade this one Prince Naveen for 4 Merlins. Alright, well there's my 5th Prince Naveen. 5th? I think it's the 5th. Y'all, this is a sign. They're just like, Nexel, psst. Don't forget to play Steel Song. Just in case you need a reminder, here's Prince Naveen again. And then you know what? We might just give you the Enchanted if you keep streaming. Keep going. Rapunzel's Tower, we've got the Arthur, a rare Chicha, and then a super rare Blast from the Past, and then a hollow Night Howler Rage. But yeah, y'all, 5 Prince Naveens in the same day. That's like the legendary of this set. And honestly, I don't think it's going anywhere because as long as songs are powerful, that card is going to be equally as powerful. Like, it's a singing monster. Being able to sing, like, 6 cost cards, being able to sing the minute it hits the... You can play a song, yeah. Like, the minute it hits the field. Crazy stuff. Arthur, we have a rare in Magicka Dispel, and then a rare in Pride Lands. And then a Mother Gothel Uncommon Holo Rare. Alright, this is the last pack in the middle of the box. So, let's put that back in frame. So far, only one Legendary, though. Meaning, I hope the last half of this box is kind of cracked in terms of its Legendary spread. Because, again, the Legendaries are what's playable. Alright, we got the Basil, Mickey Mouse, Maleficent, the Maid Marian, the King Candy, the Ship Target, and then the Badanon. I think this is the first copy we have of this. Crazy! I had the Enchanted before having the regular version. And then a rare in Anna, Mystical Majesty, and then a Daisy Duck. The wrong Daisy Duck. Literally half a box, or not even half a box, like 7 packs of a box left to pull one more Daisy Duck. This is absolutely insane. But hey, let's give them 5 Prince Navins. Okay. Okay, Lorcana, I see you. I see you and your ratios, sort of. Not really. They're still very confusing to me. Amber Chromacon, Simba. Our first one is a rare in Chicha. The second is a rare in the Pride Lands. And then to wrap things up, a Donald Duck Holo Rare. So far, one Legendary in this whole box, which is a little upsetting, even with the Enchanted. The Enchanted is great, don't get me wrong. I think it's really cool, and it's a character, and it's a cool character. Like, I really love Scar. Like, literally... I'm forgetting the song. Oh my gosh, like, I'm singing all the lyrics. Be prepared. Like, what a great Disney song. And they even gave him the green background. The background of evil. In Disney, all things that have green fire in the back are evil. Alright, all funned out. Emerald Chromacon, Ruby Chromacon, a rare in Prince John's Mirror, and a super rare in Prince Philip. And then a Holo Maid Marian. So still only the one Legendary. The one Legendary so far. That's crazy. I've never seen such a thing. And this is the last, like, third of the box. It's because of the last box where I got 7 Legendaries. They're evening it out. Which would be very unfortunate for someone who bought this box. The Magica Dispel, and then a rare in Doc. This is a really... Oh, and then the Holo. Let's go. Holo Pete. So there's our playset of Pete's. But so far, one Legendary, no Daisy Duck. Like, in terms of value, outside of the Enchanted, this box was like a dumpster fire almost. Alright, we've got the Retrosphere. Ed, Radigan, Fix-It Felix Jr., Basil, Happy, Merlin's Cottage, Minnie Mouse, Bashful. Then we move on to the rare. So a rare, a Gaston, and then Legendary. Please be Legendary. Super rare in Maximus, not even the Daisy Duck. How many packs are left? There's only 4 packs left and 1 Legendary hit. That's crazy. These boxes have been a statistical nightmare. We got the Merlin, Obscurosphere, Break Fury, Kenai, Donald Duck, Rudy, Magical Aid, the Alanadale, Stitch, and then a super rare in the Queen Fairest of All, not the Daisy Duck. Where's the Daisy Duck? And then a super rare Madam Mim. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, y'all. It feels very not all cards are, like, created equally in terms of ratios. But then again, 5 Prince Navins, I don't know what to say about that, to be honest. Alright. Hypnotic Strength, Clarabelle, Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Vision of the Future, Hey Hey, Tipo, the Shenzi, a Turbo, and then a rare in Queen Sensor Core Legendary. There's literally only 2 packs left. Mufasa, let's go! Legendary Mufasa. And then a common Donald Duck. Alright, so the first Mufasa that I've pulled in this whole quote-unquote case opening. And honestly, I'm okay with that, because this is at best like a 2 of card. Maybe a 3 of. Like, I think you could justify it because of the... You could justify, like, multiple copies because of the Fishbone Quill being able to ink it. But at the same time, it's a finisher card. You don't need 4 of a finisher card usually in this game. Because it's about, like... A lot of it's about the chip damage along the way, to be honest. Royal Guard, Monstro. Like, the best boss monster, I think, in this game is Tamatoa, honestly. Tamatoa with Lucky Dime. We have the Monstro, Tropical Rainforest, Nala, Can we hit a double legendary pack? That would be sick. But instead we hit a rare, and we know the way. There's literally only 2 packs left. We've hit 2 legendaries. Oh my gosh, Sherwood Forest, and then a Rut. Looks like we will not be able to live the Daisy Duck playset dream, but we somehow have the playset of a lot of other super rares, which is kind of crazy. Alright, last pack. Please give us one more legendary, because 2 is kind of sad, actually. We got the Zazu, Ana, double Ana. You're telling me the first 4 cards of this pack. Y'all, what's up with these ratios? This is crazy. The Queen, Simba, Amethyst Chromacon. We have an Amber Chromacon. Can we go for the triple Chromacon? Food Fight. And then our last 2 cards, super rare in this group. And then final card, legendary Robin Hood. And then to wrap things up, we have a common of the Cha-Cha. All right, so 3 legendaries in this box, which is the lowest that we've hit so far. We've hit none of the foil legendaries. Quite an interesting quote-unquote case opening, if you're asking my opinion on it. So let me go ahead and sort all these out really quick. So the rares and the super rares go in the same pile. No Daisy Duck in this box to help offset some of the cost. And then the hollows go here too. All right. So quite an interesting opening in my opinion, because it was very all over the place, right? Like, what did I learn from this opening? If you're asking my opinion, nothing. Like, truly feels like I learned nothing from this, except that there is no ratios. There's no such thing. So in the final box, in terms of our value cards, we got 1 Robin Hood, 1 Mufasa, 1 Prince Naveen, and the Enchanted Scar Vengeful Lion. Y'all, let's take another look at that. Look at that card, y'all. Whoo, what a card. Alright, so let's do a little bit of a wrap-up summary with the best cards that we got from each box. So box number 4, which was the last box. Again, I can't do the thing where I had like the bottom top right, because it didn't come to me that way. So there is the Scar, Prince Naveen, Mufasa, and the Robin Hood. So a total of 4 cards. In terms of the third box that we opened, the Daisy Duck, 2 of the Genies, 2 of the Cold Foil Prince Naveens, and 3 of the Ana Diplomatic Queens. Like, y'all, if any of these were like 3 copies of Mufasa, that would be crazy. That would be absolutely insane. In terms of the second box opened, we got 1 Daisy Duck, 1 of the Donald Duck Pie Slinger, 1 more Ana, this is a cold foil, the Jafar, a Genie, and a Clarabelle. And then to wrap things up with the first box, there was the Donald Duck Pie Slinger, the Camilo Madrigal, 2 Robin Hoods, 1 Prince Naveen, and then the Royal Tantrum. And then just to like add it on there again, by buying all these 4 boxes and paying in cash and hopefully making it cheaper, I'm not really sure what that did. We did get the Trove, and the Trove came with a Daisy Duck, a Prince Naveen, a Clarabelle, and a Enchanted Badanon. So this was an absolutely insane day of opening for me. In terms of the value of the stuff that I got, I'm pretty satisfied, because again, just the 3 Enchanteds. Let's go ahead and bring that. Let's bring the Scar up to the front. Let's bring the Scar up to the front. 3 Enchanted. So all in all, I think I paid $460. 3 Enchanteds. Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Prince Naveens. We got the 3 Daisy Ducks. If I had to say what I'm unhappy about, so the Prince Naveens were a hit, like a really good hit. But if it wasn't for these 2 Enchanted, or these 2 cold foils right here, I would have actually only ended up with 2 regular copies plus the 1 from the Trove. And then in terms of the other ones, right, Mufasa, 1 copy. No Merlins, literally 0 Merlins. I gotta double check what the other legendaries of the set are, but it feels like we got a super uneven spread of like legendaries, right? 3 Robin Hoods, 3 Genies, 4 Anas. Like, what are these ratios? Because I honestly don't even know how to interpret all of this. So all in all, I'm kind of concerned about the ratio of legendaries. Let me know. This is just 4 boxes, right? This is just 4 boxes. Everyone's got their own boxes that they open and stuff. Let me know in the comments what your ratios worked out to be, because honestly, it seems very unstandard in terms of what to expect from a box. Like, if it wasn't for this scar, right? Let's just say this was it. Those 3 cards, the Prince Naveen, the Mufasa, and the Robin Hood. In terms of value, this is roughly about just $65, right? $65 for a $140 MSRP box. And then even with the Scar, I don't think it brings it up to the 140 MSRP. So Lorcana is kind of an interesting game where the boxes are very expensive, but the contents are very cheap. It's really just people like looking for like the high rarity Enchanted and stuff like that. So let me know what y'all's experiences with the like box ratios, case ratios, what have you. Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear what the data you're finding shows you, and that is all for now. So thank you all so much for watching. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to leave a comment down below, and I'd be happy to answer when I have the time. That's all for now. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, until next time, take it easy.